on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
I'm Luke Summerhays, and I'm back.
I'm James J. Miles. I'm always here, and so are you.
I'm Andrew Rice. I'm mostly here, and I was here last week, and I'm still here this week.
I think you've missed the most of anyone, so don't get cocky.
I said mostly here.
Can I do my intro, please?
No.
And I'm James the Jester Stewart, and I've got nothing else to say.
And you're listening to Monster Mash. And this week, we're hunting a ancient, terrible creature that is spreading chaos across the land. Theresa May.
Right, I see why I was interrupted now. Threw me off my game. But that's just in British politics. In Monster Mash, we're hunting the Gore Magala.
Ooh.
A curious monster that, when threatened, scatters pollen-like scales that heighten its own senses, while causing detrimental effects to any other creatures that inhale them. As elusive as they are mysterious.
Big bad monster.
So it's the scales then? Like, I never knew that. It's the scales that cause the frenzy.
Yeah, I thought it was a given.
Yeah, they
Oh, yeah,
do look
'cause,
like scales floating around, don't they?
And
Well,
the
it's 'cause he
captain's
does that,
got one,
like,
hasn't he?
kind of breath attack, doesn't he? Like, hold on, I guess it was only from that. So I guess
Oh, true.
it also comes from his scales.
Well, I mean, if it's from a virus, then it'll be on everything he does, wouldn't it? It'll be a
I
microscope.
suppose it makes sense for what he eventually turns into. So,
Yeah.
We're going to have to gingerly skirt around that issue for
Yeah.
another week. But yeah,
What?
there's more to the Gore Magala than first meets the eye.
So I'm gonna make a wild guess here. I bet Jay really likes this monster.
So, this whole thing of me being, a lover of the edgy characters is only slightly true. But I do actually quite like the
It's
Gore
only
Magala.
true every time there's an edgy character.
Well, listen. Okay, look, the Stiggins ogre, cool dude. Reaper, even cooler dude. And the Gore Magala, yeah.
yeah, I like the
cool.
Gore Magala. Yeah, I like his
I mean-
design.
Don't get me wrong, I think he's well cool. I just knew that Jay would as well.
Listen, he's just like a very cool design. I like the fact he's all, eyeless, and then when he erupts, the big massive feelers out his head. It's just an overall sort of cool design.
I like the fact that the frenzy kind of flows off the back of his wings. As well.
When he was in rage mode, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the fact that when he is kind of just walking about, like the wings are kind of like a cape.
Yeah.
Kind of like drawled around him there and kind of sprawled over him.
I was doing
His
that
head.
because he's not got like eyes when I was taking the screenshot like earlier. Like I could just like I crouched into the area and I was just kind of crouch walking about and like he was just kind of stomping about like scowling and like with his wings like kind of thinking back like a cape like you said.
Mucking
Oh, that's
you off.
cool. You can sort of stealth up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speaking of the whole no eyes thing, I was really annoyed to see that someone on the Monster Hunter Wiki had beaten me to what I thought was my really clever observation.
Is it that he's like a xenomorph?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that as well.
He's got like a Giga-esque like kind of design to him, hasn't he? Like with the wings, the whole claws on the wings thing.
Yeah.
No little mouth inside the mouth, and no, kind of larva.
That's where the frenzy
impregnation.
actually comes from his like, little mouth.
No kind of horrific, larva impregnation thing.
No
Aliens.
horrible
weird.
sexual overtones, no.
Aliens weird, yeah. But the Gore Magala is not weird. He's very cool.
And also he's very cool because he's tied in quite strongly to the game with the strongest story.
Yes, for Monster Hunter 4 and 4 Ultimate by extension. Yeah, like I think if that was your first Monster Hunter game, he would have left such a big impression on you. I think he really does. He's really built up really well during that story. Like you first meet him on the boat. I
Yeah,
want to
that's
say.
a very cool fight.
Just he kind of
Running about the boat, sort of just trying to fend him off and survive.
because you're
very
nowhere near
cinematic.
strong enough at that point there, or you shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
No. And presumably they've probably upped his numbers like they do when the monsters show up early in Generations and stuff.
Or any other Monster Hunter game, for that matter of fact.
Yep. I'm trying to remember. I assume he does do that.
What?
Show up early.
Yeah, it's on the boat. I don't think. I think the next time you fight him, you actually,
No, but does he interrupt another quest, or is it just the boat one?
No.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. It's like because you go to get on the boat, and the game's like, you might want to make sure you're kitted up as if this was a hunt.
Yeah, it does. And then there's also you fight
When you've got to evacuate the ace hunters.
That's the one. Then the
That's very cool. Like limping away, you're just like holding him off for them. Makes you feel pretty badass.
That kind of encounter like did feel bizarrely non-Monster Hunter, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the thing. 4 Ultimate had this story and character to it that none of the other games have had. And then going back to like Generations in that respect is a big step backwards.
Like set pieces and things like that, which you don't really see in other Monster Hunter games as a whole.
But then Generations is obviously just like a best of. It's not meant to have a story or anything.
Yeah, Generations just like you can tell with Generations is just totally like focused on the mechanics of the game, like adding new styles and the hunter arts.
Let's hope they build on that. Fingers crossed.
Yes, but hope they don't build on it in terms of making a shit streamlined Western PS4 version.
I want a vehicle section, which I kind of already have now. So just as soon as I said that, you've got your bloody
Get a vehicle section when you pilot a Celtis Queen, like a tank. You become the Celtis.
I've not really spoken about the fact that the Gore comes with, well, we kind of touched upon it, the Gore comes up with a unique status ailment, the Frenzy.
Yes, which again ties into the whole story once you start meeting the hyper monsters and stuff.
Now, I get the impression that the hyper monsters are because of the Gore Magala's secret side, shall we say? I didn't get the
they
idea.
are directly the frenzy, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think they in 4's story. I don't think they start popping up until after the gore disappears and is replaced.
Yeah, there's the cutscene where he sort of sheds, doesn't he? And
molts his skin.
yeah, that's when they actually start showing up. Is it not more, or is it
Are you
actually
sure?
totally?
I'm fairly sure.
I'm sure 1 or 2 pop up before that, because obviously later on you get the Apex ones as well.
No, you fight the frenzied ones because you do like the first few missions in 4. You kill
No,
the Gore
is it
Magala.
not a case that they start showing up and then they're like, oh, what's going on here? Why?
Yeah, because
I think some of them do show up because like they're trying to
monsters
figure out
being
how.
frenzied is like the whole plot of the game.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how all these other monsters like got infected with the frenzy.
Yeah, I think you meet a couple and then you kill the gore and everyone's like, oh, that'll prevent it. And then you meet a load more and they're like, oh, something's gone on, and that's when you discover.
Which is the classic Monster Hunter story, like, oh, this isn't the big bad that's causing all the trouble, it's actually this monster.
Yeah.
But done in a slightly more clever way.
The actual gore fight as well. I think when he goes rage mode, there is a really like nice aesthetic. The aesthetic like kind of purple feelers, like the neon purple.
Yeah, and the whole sky like goes dark.
Goes dark as well. Yeah, really neat touch.
I'll wait to see that in HD.
Coming soon.
Yeah, well, until it's in 4K, I don't give a fuck.
I think the whole actually frenzy status ailment is one of the most clever like status ailments going in the game. Like the other status ailments are all just frustrating. You know, you kind of have to just quickly pop a nullberry to heal something like the ice blight, for example, or the other blights to touch upon them, or just roll about like mad, like for your blast blight. But with the frenzy, it's like a real risk reward sort of gameplay element there. So you can either run in and start tanking hits there to try and get your frenzy off and get the buff activated, or you can kind of have to fall back there if you're struggling against the monster, which I think is a really neat touch. Like,
also, if you don't like, it turns you into being an aggressive like player.
Yeah.
At the right time, like because if you don't do that, then you get the negative effect, which then you start taking more damage from normal hits.
I think the actual blight pools start dealing damage to you after that point if you've been frenzied.
Oh yeah, I think once they stop frenzying you, they start damaging you instead.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't realise that.
Yeah. Maybe you're just too good at the game, Andy.
Well, you're never typically in them like long enough. It's not like you're going to just like sit in them like while frenzied, like while.
Well, I don't tend to pay too much attention to the pool itself. I just sort of, because I assumed it did nothing. So who knows?
Well, I'll put the frenzy blight on you, but then if
Yeah,
you're being
but you should be
frenzied.
whacking it hard enough anyway that most of the time it's not an issue.
In regards to the actual name of the monster itself there, I couldn't find too much on it. The actual Japanese name is when you romanize it, comes to Gore Magala. So it is very much just kind of taking that and put an English
It's
spin
like
on it there.
one of the easier ones to say as well.
Yeah, yeah. So they changed Goa to Gore just to kind of evoke even more of a dark, sinister aspect to the monster, which is fair. Didn't really need to do it much considering how it
Capcom
looks.
clearly ECW fans and Rhino fans as well. So.
They fucking love the Rhino. Bring out the Gore. And then Magala it comes from I forget the name of the language now. It's something that's got a kind of an ancient biblical language there, and it means loosely translated like incarnation. So kind of like sinister, dark incarnation, which kind of links into, I suppose, to its hidden roots.
It's
shall we say?
transformation.
Which is kind of a neat touch there, I suppose, with the monster name itself. Funnily enough, the actual English name of the monster wasn't revealed in like any sort of official correspondence. Well, it was in a way. It was revealed through one of those Uniqlo shirts, like had a tag on it saying the Gore Magala. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
Answer.
They've done that in the past because they printed like t-shirts with Zinogre like on it, and it was like proper like English kind of spelling. So.
Although they did
confused
reveal
a lot of people.
it was bizarre though, because looking at the Uniqlo tag there, it referred to the Gore as the Gore Magala, but then it referred to the insect glaive as Neopteron Handler.
I'm glad they changed it.
What weapon you playing? I'm a Neopteron Handler here, pal. Yeah.
Hey baby, you want to come back and handle my Neopteron? So, speaking of his transformation, we've also got the chaotic Gore Magala,
Yeah.
who in the actual game apparently is not given a different name. He's just got a slightly different picture. And then you turn up, and yes. So when you're damaging the normal Gore Magala, you can see like under his skin is like his yellow innards, his golden innards. And this one is starting to shed his skin, but not completely, and he's just gone mental.
It's like he's been interrupted, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a flight or fight response here. It's, rather than die completely, it's like I'm gonna go.
That's a pretty cool design as well. I really like that.
Not for it. I think it must be pretty late gaming for you.
Yeah, I've not fought him yet.
Is he even in Gen?
I think he's only in for you.
Yeah, just for you.
Oh, he's in double cross.
Oh, nice, nice. We shall get to grips with him soon enough then.
Yes. In delicious HD.
So next week, both myself and Jas get to hunt our national animal as we take down everyone's favourite little unicorn, the Kirin. So join us for that.
And if you've enjoyed this nonsense, you can catch us on Twitter at Monster Mash Pod. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes. Just search for Monster Mash. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Tell all your friends. And please do get out there and vote tomorrow, unless you're planning to vote Conservative or UKIP. In which case, please jump off a cliff.
Great.
This episode of Monster Mash has been paid for by the Labour Party.
Yeah, we're well corrupt. Well corrupt.
What are we tweeting at Andy?
Please tweet at AndyMan949 pictures of you ripping off your own skin.
Wow.
Excellent.
There was me last week, encouraging our listeners to go out and see the world and find a little earwig and tweet that to Andy. But no, you're like encouraging, go ahead and, maim yourself.
Turn on our listeners into
You'll
Buffalo
look
Bill.
well cool. You'll look well cool. It'll be well metal.
No, stop. Please don't do that. But otherwise, thank you for
What about your
listening.
concern, not me?
See ya.
Let's suckle.
The Gore and Magala. That doesn't even make fucking sense.
Because we're gonna fucking stab him and he's gonna bleed.
Ooh, sick
Oh,
burn.
hi there, Gore.
Evening, Governor.
How nice to see you
shit,
on
no.
this fine night.
Just got I spawned in the fucking headquarters area because I've not got the HUD on after taking the screenshot.
Whoopsie.
See, it's not just me.
This Gore Magala's shit, he's not in HD.
Ooh.
Can't believe I'm playing on this dead console.
And I've just connected.
Oh,
I'm
that's
getting
good.
to the game.
Fuck's sake. Getting Symmetra on Overwatch is like getting Jeremy Corbyn tomorrow. I feel it in my skin. I feel it in my clothes. The bleachers all around me.
That's a surprise.
It's going up my nose.
Oh yes it is. There's no bacteria, there'll be no germs.
I went to the same high school as them.
Indeed.
Not at the same time, but yeah.
I went to the same school as Edgar Wright.
Trying out a new like inventory kind of load it. I'm only going to take like extra potions from there on, and not regular potions. Like I feel like I don't need
You
them.
fucking nutter.
Plus I need like the extra slot.
Extra heroes, man.
When I get that feeling, I need some healing.
Well, but life powder's there anyways.
God damn it.
He had to like make up the balance after you said his last one was good.
Yep.
You go, girl.
Coming this autumn, the hits of Monster Mash.